What's going on, everybody? It's your boy J Main back checking in with the people, and what a strange rumor we have on our hands now. Scalebound, yes, 2017 canceled Scalebound is rumored and heavy on the rumor. Scalebound is rumored to be resurrected as a Nintendo Switch exclusive. Wow. When I first seen this article, I'm like, what? Huh? Is this April Fool's? Like, am I going crazy? Am I reading this right? But then on the other hand, I said, Scalebound lives? Because I was looking forward to Scalebound. That was literally my most anticipated Xbox game back when we saw gameplay for it and before it got canceled in 2017. So I was one of the people upset to hear that Scalebound got canceled. But now there's rumors that it's going to be coming back as a Nintendo Switch exclusive. So let me back up a little bit to an article, and I'll have links in the description for any articles that I'm reading from. But an article here that has a quote from Game Informer senior editor Imran Khan, who participated in the Kinda Funny game show. Basically, he says there's a game that's thought to be dead that Nintendo is reviving. And it's not one that people would expect. It was very much a title that was dead and buried, very officially canceled. Now, after reading that, you're probably like, okay, Nintendo's bringing back an IP. Why is everybody jumping to conclusions that it's Scalebound? Well, to go off the article from Nintendo Insider by Alex Seedhouse, this is who wrote this article on Nintendo Insider. He says he has confidence in his sources to report that this is my understanding that Scalebound has been resurrected as a project to be released as a Nintendo Switch exclusive. Given Microsoft's previous involvement, it remains unclear to me whether development has been completely rebooted from scratch or at the least its ambition scaled back. Ha! Funny one. Seeing as it's now destined for the nimble but less powerful portable home console. Wow. So again, heavy on the rumors. Take it with a grain of salt because, you know, this is all coming from his so-called insiders and we don't know who that is. So given that information, what do I think about this? First off, I want to know who owns the Scalebound IP. Last I checked, it was Microsoft that owned the IP. There were some articles and pictures floating around that the Scalebound trademark had been abandoned. Now, many people are saying that could be many things. Like, just because you abandon a trademark, it could just mean that you had to abandon it because you weren't using it for anything. And it doesn't mean that you don't still own that IP. So, you know, you got two sides of the coin there. Does Microsoft still own the IP? Because it's still very possible that they abandoned the trademark and also sold the IP. That's still very possible. And to me, that would have to have been the case because if Nintendo if it's gonna be coming out on Nintendo Switch and Platinum Games is gonna be working on it, then I'm assuming that Nintendo would own the IP, or at least Platinum Games would own the IP. So I'm not sure what's going on there. If Microsoft comes out tomorrow and says we still own the Scalebound IP, I think you can probably kill these rumors. Unless Microsoft is producing games for other platforms exclusive. That would be nuts. That would be nuts if Scalebound was still owned by Microsoft, but they allowed Nintendo to have it on the Switch and it's still being made by Platinum Games. Could you imagine the shit show that would take place if that was to come out and be true? Insane. But if this rumor is true, Platinum Games is supposed to be working on it still. And that would be crazy in itself because they still got Bayonetta 3 to come out and Astro Chain to come out, as well as a couple other mobile games I guess they were working on. Lost Order was one, and World of Demons. They also had a hand in on Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, which recently came out that they're actually no longer working on the game. So I don't know if that's because they finished what they were doing or they completely are out and whatever they worked on is out as well. Not sure what the case is there. But oh, and they also announced Babylon's Fall. So Platinum Games has a lot of games on their hands right now for a studio that's probably like around like 200 people. So that's a lot if you throw Scalebound in there for the Nintendo Switch. Now, how do I feel if it is true and it is coming out on the Nintendo Switch? I'd be happy because, like I said earlier, Scalebound was one of my most anticipated games for the Xbox. But the game was already running like garbage on the Xbox from the videos we've seen. So the game would ultimately have to be scaled down to run on the Nintendo Switch. Now, visuals, of course, for me aren't everything. I played plenty of games that, many people will say aren't up to par with the standard visuals of today. Gameplay is king at the end of the day. So if you show me a game that looks good and fun to play, you're gonna have my attention over a game that just looks good visually. So for me, Scalebound always been a game that looked fun to play over, how the visuals looked and things like that. So if they can keep that same core, that same essence of the game, then I would still be excited to play the game. And it's on the Nintendo Switch, which I'm a big fan of. It's portable. Come on. Anyway, this is crazy. This is madness. I would like to get some clarity, hopefully from Microsoft's side, if they still own the IP, because that could shut down, I think, these rumors immediately. Also, I would still want Scalebound to come back, even if, Microsoft does own the IP and they don't have a good relationship with Platinum Games. Maybe they can give it to one of the 50 new studios that they bought. Who knows? Ninja Theory. Actually, Ninja Theory worked on DMC. So I think Scalebound would fit right up their alley as, a game that they can work on and resurrect. So I hope Scalebound is alive and well. I would love to see that game to come back. But again, these are all rumors. So let me know down in the comment section what you guys think about this. Rate the video, of course, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And I'll catch you on my next video. Peace.